Thank you all for your patience with us. All right, there we are. We're rocking and rolling, ready to share. All right, so tonight we're going to be talking about the science of personal credit. Everything has a cause and effect, or if you do this, then this will happen. So we're going to get into it. And one of my things I always tell people, I do all the time, you ought to do this and you should do that. But no one hardly ever comes back and tell you how. So I hope and I pray today that I'm able to show you the how to do certain things. So the first thing I want to do is distill the myth, don't believe the hype. We all can use room for improvement. 43 million Americans have a credit score of 599 or less. But hopefully after tonight, it won't be any of us. Okay? So I want you guys to know we have to start changing our mindset. So before I get into numbers and tips and strategies and tools, we have to deal with the mindset of it, because poor credit can cause us to have anxiety, embarrassment, frustration, fear, confusion. And so the first thing I would like to tell everyone is just to calm and relax and to know that you can obtain perfect credit. It is such a thing as perfect credit. And so we want to give you something to reach toward, and knowing and have the hope that if you apply the information, you can actually achieve it. And so we want to, it's self-discipline. We've got to have that right off the bat. So before we even get into the slides, you have to take a self-assessment and say, hey, do I really want to improve my credit? Do I want to improve my tax portfolio or my business endeavors? Do I want better than what I have? And if you make that decision to do that, the very first thing you're going to have is self-discipline. You're going to have to start saying no. It's one of my words for 2021 is saying no. So a long story on that. That's a whole nother class. So 40% of millennials have spent money they didn't have to keep up with friends, and most kept it a secret. And so I don't want you guys to see what you see in the limelight. I'm a tax professional. Trust me, I see the numbers. Numbers don't lie. And so I want to make sure that everyone understands that we want to come into a realization that we need to improve our credit. Even if you have a 720, the new credit score high is an 850. So you still have room for improvement. If your credit score is a 599, don't feel discouraged. You can actually achieve that if you operate in self-discipline and if you're focused on your goal. All right, so the first thing that I want to get into explaining, hopefully you all are taking notes. If you are watching the replay, take notes. We want to make sure that you get this information and you have a good understanding of it. And so let's just dive right in. Payment history. So if you ever heard of, let me back up a little bit. There's the FICO scoring system. And it's a system, it has algorithm. And the way that the system works, it says, hey, if a person does these 5 things that we're going to discuss in just a second, then we'll give them an excellent credit score. And so it's almost like, the first day of school, the teacher tells you, hey, everybody in here has 100. All you have to do is do X, Y, Z, and you'll end the semester with 100. And so we